I write my dreams down like as often as I can. It's been a practice that I really wanted to get into more and more, particularly since working with Dr. Clarissa Pinkola Estes, because so much of her work, it's around Jungian psychoanalogy, and um, it's pretty phenomenal to be in a room with her with like 100 people, and someone will come up to the front and like talk about their dream, and then she'll have like the group of she'll have that person pick different people to represent different characters in the dream, and then the dream is like enacted, and there's so much you can learn from that. And yeah, dream work is really powerful, and I feel like during this period of time, whatever we want to call it, there's so many different names. I'm not even going to give it a name at this moment because that's where I'm at with it at this moment. But I feel like a lot of us have been having much more vivid dreams and remembering our dreams more. Do you all feel that's true for you? And when I say that, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ish, says Marston. So if you have a little journal by your bed and a pen, and you just write it down as soon as you wake up. And what I find, because I've been in that practice, I ebb and flow out of that practice. But what I've been doing lately is, because the psyche, there's something about the psyche, it does not want us to record our dreams. I don't know, maybe it's just my psyche, but I have a feeling it's a whole human thing. It's like, I think on a deeper level, it's like the psyche is afraid it's going to be exposed, or like you might understand it too much, or you might realize that those like ghosts or monsters are actually really not really not that big of a deal. But what I find is that my psyche, when I wake up, will be like, oh, you don't need to write the dream down. You're going to totally remember this. And then I forget it. So I'm discovering that's like a part of when you get really deep into the writing process, then the brain gets really sophisticated and is like, oh, you'll totally remember this. So with this Mercury, or not Mercury, Mercury retrograde's coming next month, but we have Venus who stationed retrograde while we were probably all asleep. You might have been awake at the exact moment when it happened. It was at 2:46 in the morning for us Eastern folk. And on Monday, Saturn stationed retrograde. At the end of April, Pluto stationed retrograde. Jupiter stationing retrograde tomorrow. Pallas Athene is stationing retrograde later on in May. And then, as I kind of alluded to, I didn't really want to talk about it much, but in June we have Mercury stationing retrograde, Neptune stationing retrograde. We're really in the thick of the peak of retrograde season of 2020 right now. We're in it. And when these planets go retrograde, they're like giving us an opportunity to revise, to reevaluate that which their archetypal nature has been up to. So we can think of Saturn being about self-mastery and teaching through constriction, through limitation. So when we have major Saturn transits in our lives, it can feel very cold and restrictive. And sometimes people go through deep depression during a Saturn transit, and they might think that they're actually like clinically depressed. But what could be happening, of course this isn't true in all cases, what could be happening is that it's really just the pressure of Saturn on them that is creating that sensation, especially if you have like a strong 12th house Saturn placement. So when Saturn goes retrograde, we can have a return, a reward around the lessons we've been undergoing through the teachings of Saturn. There could also be like a culmination point, like if there are things that need to be wrapped up that haven't been quite completed, Saturn will give you an opportunity to really add those final touches on that lesson. Or let's say like you really mastered a lesson, like let's say you had a lesson around money and how you spend your money, and then somehow you got like a reward of like an unexpected gift of like $1,000. So then in a Saturn retrograde, you might get the opportunity to put to practice that which you learned. And you might get tested by Saturn. What are you going to do with that $1,000? Like, are you going to save it? Are you going to invest it? Are you going to just like go spend it on something meaningless? Like, where are your values with that? And that brings me to Venus, because I think all of these planets retrograde quite often, but Venus, her retrogrades are every 18 months. So we don't go through them every single year. And when they occur, we feel them quite strongly, like how we feel a Mercury retrograde. We tend to notice it because they're personal planets and they're closer to Earth. And it's not that they have greater impact, because I actually think the further planets have more of a magnetic force on Earth, but that we feel them because it's almost like it's more tangible the way they affect our lives. The transpersonal planets are more working with the higher self, whereas these personal planets are really affecting us in the 3D. And so Venus, she's just stationed retrograde, and she's on quite a journey. And this is a really important time to be looking at your own natal Venus and kind of what is your Venus about? Because wherever Venus lives, like, that is how you come to the table around partnership, around love, around values, and how you spend money, how you bring money in. So much of what we do has this Venetian signature to it, especially if you consider yourself an artist of any kind, which honestly, I think every human being is an artist. Many people live with those qualities dormant because they're afraid to claim them, or, it's like their own kind of self-worth journey around it. But it is part of like the human experience to create. We're all creators. That's not limited to gender or anything of that nature. Every single being is creating all of the time. And Venus really governs how we create, what we create, and what we find really important. Like, what do we put into our creations, the kinds of intentions, which is also like goes into how we think. Like, the thinking realm is also very mercurial, but on a deeper level, like, there's a way that they really intersect. So if you look to your natal Venus and see the qualities of what your Venus is about, I think that's important, because your Venus is getting some kind of activation in this Venus retrograde. And then also looking to the part of your chart where there's 21 going backwards to 5 degrees Gemini. We could say like 22 to 5 degrees Gemini, rounding up. And really being aware of what part of your chart that is, because that's where Venus is doing her retrograde right now. And it's any Venus retrograde is important, But I personally believe this Venus retrograde is so, so important, like, especially as we've been in this period of being in our own, like, deep inner worlds for the last couple of months, like, not just in our culture, but in the entire global culture and what that means. And it gives us a special opportunity to look at what we value, because we're not out there like mindlessly consuming, mindlessly spending money. I mean, there's still a way to do that through the internet, but for many people that option has kind of ceased on a great grand scale. And what Venus really wants us to look at is, where are we mindless in our consumption? And we're all guilty of it. You know, I don't really think any human quote consumes fully with deep awareness at every living, breathing second of their life, regardless of what kind of culture they grow up in. And that being said, American culture is kind of one of the leaders in the global world around mindless consumption. And so this Venus retrograde is a real beautiful opportunity to look at how you might play a part in that, and how do you want to shift that, if you want to shift it at all. I mean, I don't know, you know, maybe you're okay with that. But I think many of us realize that it's not really an option on this earth that we want to like coexist together healthfully and mindfully on. And so this Venus retrograde is an opportunity to check in with that, particularly around how you think, because it is in the sign of Gemini, which is so much about intellect and ideas and how we communicate. And yeah, it's just like, out of all of these retrogrades, I think it is the retrograde that is like the shining star in all of them, because if we really do this deep value-centered work, it will help everything else align and fall into place. And this retrograde season prepares us for eclipse season, which we have our first eclipse of the summer on, I mean, it's technically late spring, on June 5th. And then we have two other eclipses, one near the solstice and then one in early July. So we have major astrology occurring within the next, basically taking us through the month of July. So it's a really important time to like be doing our own deep dives, our own like heavy lifting, our own deep self introspection. And you know, on some level you might be feeling exhausted. You might be like, well, I've been doing that for 2 months. Well, now's the opportunity to go even deeper and to take it up a notch. And the reality is, things aren't going to be like this forever. And we have such a unique opportunity to kind of like pause and to reframe our lives so that our values are fully in alignment with our actions in the world. And can you imagine what it would be like if not even 55% of the planet did that, but even if 30% of the planet would like aligned their values and their actions? I mean, we would have miracles left and right. And I really do think that more and more people are doing that. And the more each one of us does that, it creates a space for others to follow suit. So I hope that you're all feeling super inspired about Venus retrograde. Any thoughts before we tune in? Any like burning question around it? You can unmute yourself or just ask or put it in the chat box. All right. I guess Venus retrograde in Gemini made everyone really quiet, except for me. Because Venus is literally stationing on my natal Venus, and my natal Venus is retrograde. So I think I'm in a much different place than the rest of you, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, okay, well, we'll continue to journey with all of this. We're gonna do this beautiful kriya that like moves the whole body. And then we're gonna do Beth's favorite meditation today. I don't know, maybe it's not your favorite anymore. Ganapati kriya. Are you still like, how do you feel about it, Beth?
Well, of course, I still love it. I think it's really effective. I mean, you kind of pegged it as my favorite. It's one of my favorites, but it's still one of my favorites.
Okay. I didn't want to be speaking blasphemy into the virtual recorded space. Because that would not be social and ethical responsibility. Anyways, yeah, it's Ganapati Kriya meditation, and it's such a beautiful meditation. I almost was gonna do a rebirthing, but honestly, there's a lot of these meditations I don't want to do through the internet. So just know that like when I pick sets and I pick meditations, I'm thinking about all of that. Because some of these kundalini practices are really, really profound. You all know it, you've done them. And I don't want to teach all of them through the internet. So the rebirthing one is like super kind of like psychosomatic sensitive. And yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable. But the Ganapati is super powerful. But I also think that like the level of transformation you go through, your energetic body can do it very safely through the internet. Because, you know, this isn't something I planned on talking about it, but I just want to speak it into this space that one of these things that I'm real, like, in my own work, like very cautious about is like this form of protection medicine and creating protection everywhere we go. And I think it's just important to know as we're all using this technology more and more that you want to be creating fields of protection through the internet. You know, it's another space where there can be, we don't know what comes through, like, right? Like there's so many people, beings that can tap through. And so it's something to just think about when you're using this technology on your own. Like, we all have to be using it very responsibly for our safety. So, all right. And if you want to know more about the Venus retrograde, I went into much more depth in my new podcast. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to listen, but I talk about it much more in depth. So feel free to check it out there too. All right, let's come and set up and straighten through the spine. Eyes are closed, and begin to take a few long, deep breaths. Anchoring and grounding in. Just begin to imagine from the base of the spine, the roots, just these roots going deep down into the earth. And we could say that Earth is like a younger sister to Venus. And so as we're going through this Venus retrograde, we can call upon her to be an archetypal force to help us in our planetary shifts. Bringing the palms together, rub the palms together and bring them to the heart center. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath, squeeze the root lock, press the tip of the tongue up to the roof of the mouth, focus through the third eye. And exhale. Inhale. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Siringare Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Siringare Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Satgare Name, Siringare Name. And hold the breath and create an intention, perhaps how you wish to consciously work with Venus in this Venus retrograde cycle and these other planetary archetypes, that which you're revising and that which you're bringing to culmination. And exhale. And bringing the arms up overhead. Hands will be in fists, thumbs extended, breath of fire, equal inhale, equal exhale.
So we stand now to see the earth rise, holding our hearts in these times. Let go of all these tears, release now all the fear. Behold the light now in you, let it rise up and let it come through. Behold the light now in you, let it rise up and let it come through. So we can be united like the sunbeams, unafraid to believe now in this dream. Oh protection, oh the earth seedlings, oh generations can go on breathing. Behold the light now in you, let it rise up and let it come through. Behold the light now in you, let it rise up and let it come through. See the hatred start now to simmer on down, arms be placed upon the crown. See now the pain now to sow by love.
Please inhale deeply. Squeeze the root lock. Bring the thumbs so they touch overhead. Stretch the fingers up to the sky. Press the tip of the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. Squeeze the spine. Stretch up. And exhale. Open the arms out wide. Hands down to the knees. And take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose.
Even children left now all alone.
Long breathing.
They will find us home.
Breath is always the most important part of any yogic practice. And as you inhale, really allow the belly to expand, the navel to push away from the spine. As you exhale, the navel comes back towards the spine. So from here, please come onto the hands and the knees and begin to move through cat-cow, please. Inhale deeply and arch the spine down. Lift up through the head and the neck. Press the tip of the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. Focus through the third eye. And exhale, now tuck the chin into the chest, arch the spine up, hold the breath out, squeeze the body. And inhale, come to a neutral spine, please. And then exhale, come sink back onto the heels. Forehead will come down to the earth. Left and right palms press together, out long in front of the body. And as you breathe, really fill up the kidneys and the adrenals. Breathing deep. And filling up the lungs and the 4 chambers of your heart space. And then inhale, come back up to the hands and the knees, please. And you're gonna stretch. As you're in the table position, you're gonna stretch your right leg back behind you. So a lot of times I don't really do the postures with you in class either, but it's even harder through the virtual. And so your leg is gonna be back behind you, and you're gonna inhale, lift up through the head and the neck, right leg back behind you. Exhale, bring that nose towards the knee. Inhale, stretch the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, nose towards knee. And you'll continue in this way with the right side. And once more, inhale, stretch that right leg up and back, lifting up through the head and the neck. And exhale, bring the knee down to the earth. And now with the next in-breath, stretch the left leg up and back behind you as you lift up through the head and the neck. And exhale, nose towards knee, continuing on the side. Again, inhale, stretch that leg up and back behind you. And exhale, bring the knee down to the earth. And you're gonna come sit on the heels in rock pose. And you'll grab hold of opposite upper arms. Inhaling through center. And you'll exhale, bend over to the left side. Inhale up through center. Exhale, bend over to the right side. And you'll just continue to move side to side with your breath's rhythm.
In the light of your grace, I walk on. In the light of your grace, I walk on. In the light of your grace, I walk on.
And inhale up through center. And exhale. And now you're going to open the arms out wide, bending at the elbows. Thumb and index fingers come together. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, twist right. Please inhale through center. Squeeze the root lock. Press the tip of the tongue up to the roof of the mouth. And exhale. Relax the hands down to the thighs and take a few deep breaths here. Again, really expanding through the belly as you breathe in, bringing your awareness into softening with the breath in places that you might be habitually holding tension. And with the hands staying at the thighs, now you're going to begin to flex through the spine. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. And as you move, just check in with the jaw, the throat, the neck. See if there's anywhere you can soften as you move and breathe. Inhale through center, squeezing the root lock, tip of tongue up to the roof of the mouth. And exhale. Breathing. And from here, please come back onto the hands and the knees. And from this place, you're going to press up to the hands and the feet in a triangle, downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. And then begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. And you'll come into a forward bend. I invite you to have a micro bend in the knees as you walk the feet up towards the hands. And just take a moment folding in this position, either allowing the arms to hang or grabbing hold of opposite elbows, whatever feels most supportive and nourishing for your body at this time. And then bring the hands to the hips and inhale slowly, slowly coming up vertebrae by vertebrae to stand. And you'll come to stand, the feet will be open about hip width, toes pointed straight ahead. And you can take a moment, just relax the arms down by either side of the body. And that soft micro bend through the knees. And just take a moment, inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, roll them back and down. And bring the head back so that the ears are over the shoulders. And take some deep, deep breaths here. Imagine from the soles of the feet and the base of the spine and the palms of the hands, this anchored red cord of light energy is going deep down into the earth, helping you to ground and be even more present in your body right now. And from here, you're going to hook the thumbs together in the hands, and you're going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead, up and back, and then exhale, come forward bend as you bring the hands down, coming into a forward bend, and then inhale, come rising up and back, and exhale, bending forward, moving like a wave. Once more, inhale, stretch up and back, and exhale, bend forward, coming into that forward bend again, grabbing hold of opposite elbows or hanging with the hands down to the earth, and breathing deeply here, really breathing into the kidneys and the adrenals. And from here, bringing the hands down to the earth, plugging them into the earth, walking the feet back into a triangle pose. Taking a breath here. And as you exhale, bringing the knees back down to your mat, coming up to sit. And bringing the legs out in front of you and then opening them wide. Creating a V with the legs. And making sure the feet are flexed. And then you'll inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, come over to the left leg. Inhale up, exhale, come over to the right. And you're going to continue to move like a wave. Going from side to side. Once more to either side, and then inhale, arms up through center. Exhale, bend forward through center. Continuing in this way, keeping your mind focused that the feet stay flexed, toes pointed straight up. Moving like a wave. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, bending forward. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, bending forward. Again, inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend forward. Hold the posture, hold the breath out. And inhale, come rising up. Now you will bring the feet together so that the soles of the feet touch. And you'll bring these in towards the groin. Spine up nice and tall. And holding onto the ankles, you'll begin to bounce up and down through the knees. Once more, inhale deeply, relaxing through the knees, spine up very tall, and then as you exhale, begin to bend forward, coming into your version of a forward bend, perhaps bringing the nose all the way down towards the feet, and just pausing wherever your edge is. The soles of the feet are still together here. And breathe as you hold this posture.
I am thine, mine, myself.
Inhale, slowly rising up through the vertebrae. And now you're going to come to lie down on your back, and you'll bend through the knees and the feet will touch the floor. You'll walk the feet in close towards the buttocks. And if you can, grab hold of your ankles or relax the hands down by either side of the body. And then on the inhale, you're gonna lift up through the entire pelvic bowl, coming into a classical style bridge pose. And exhale, bring the vertebrae down. Inhale, lift up through the pelvis, exhale down. Continuing in this wave. Inhale, lift up through the pelvis. And exhale. Bringing the pelvic bowl down, stretching out long through the legs. And just take a moment here. Totally coming into a space of surrender. So from here, you're gonna make sure the feet are next to one another, legs are out long, and you're gonna engage the root lock and lift the legs 18 inches off the ground. So that's like a ruler and a half. And then you're gonna bring the right knee in as left leg extends, and then left knee in as right leg extends. And it's this piston movement back and forth with a heavy breath. So it's a back and forth more than a circular motion with the legs. Back and forth, piston. Inhale, legs out long, up 18 inches off the ground. Hold the breath, hold the posture, squeeze the root lock. And exhale. Relax the legs down, relax the arms down by the sides of the body and just totally melt. Breathe through the navel center, 2 inches below the belly button, and begin to move this potent energy throughout your body, throughout your 10 body system. From here, please hug the knees into the chest. And you're going to begin to rock back and forth along the spine. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock forward. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, rock forward. Continuing, massaging the vertebrae. Once more, back and forth, and then you're gonna come up to sit and then swing the legs around so that you come down onto your belly, chin to the earth, arms down by either side of the body, and taking some deep breaths here. Again, bringing the awareness into the belly, really expanding through the belly as you breathe. From here, you make the decision if you're going to come up into a sphinx or a cobra. So you'll either place the forearms to the earth or the palms underneath the shoulders, pressing up into your preferred position. And you're going to hold the posture, close the eyes, breath of fire. Nice rhythmic breath here. Inhale deeply. Spine is up tall, and you hold the breath, and now you turn and you look back behind your left leg at your left foot as you hold the breath. And exhale through center. Inhale. Turn and look over the shoulder at the right foot. Hold the breath. Exhale through center. Again, inhale. Turn and look over the left shoulder, the left foot. Hold the breath. Exhale through center. Again, inhale. Turning to look over the right shoulder. Exhale through center, and finally inhaling deeply through center, stretching up to your maximum of this posture as you hold the breath. Focus through the third eye. See that clarity of consciousness, taking formation through the third eye, through the activation of the pituitary gland. And exhale and slowly come down vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the chin back down to the earth, arms down by either side of the body, and breathe here. Close the eyes. Come back into that conscious state of surrender. Just knowing that there's so much that happens by us just showing up to be present. That is about 99% of the work, is showing up present. So come to that presence of surrender. And from here, inhaling and exhale. Pressing the hands underneath the shoulders, coming to press up to sit on the heels. And on the heels, you're going to interlace the hands back behind the body. So you're seated in rock pose. Interlace, spine up nice and tall. And then you're going to begin to exhale, coming into your version of a forward bend in this classical yoga mudra position, lifting the arms up and back behind the body, forehead down towards the earth, and holding this posture wherever your safe edge is, and breathing here. Really breathing into the back of the heart, And breathing into your lungs. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. With the next inhale, slowly coming back up, finding your way in your own speed into a cross-legged position. And the spine will be up tall. You'll hold on to the knees and you're going to begin to circle nice big wide circles. Inhale coming forward over to the right, exhale coming back to the left. Nice big wide clockwise circles, long deep breaths. Eyes are closed. Spinning the cosmos through your spine. Next time you come forward, begin to reverse the direction of your circle. Inhaling up through center, spine up tall, and exhale. Now bending through the elbows, inhale, bring the arms back, exhale, cross in front of the chest. Inhale back, exhale like you're scooping water up, throwing it back behind the shoulders. This posture is so good for the entire lymphatic system to help drain any stagnancy in the body. Inhale, bring the elbows back, hold the posture. And exhale. Hands come down to the knees. Inhale, squeeze up through the shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze up through the shoulders. Exhale, roll them back and down. Now bringing the chin to the chest and begin to circle the head and neck to the right. Long, deep breaths as you do. The chin touches the chest, begin to reverse the direction of your circles, now circling to the left, counterclockwise. Next time the chin comes to the chest, please inhale, head and neck up through center, spine up tall. And exhale. Now coming to sit on the heels and rock pose once more. Going to interlace the hands in front of you, elbows are straight. Inhale, bring the arms up, exhale down. Inhale, stretch the arms up, hold the breath, hold the posture. Keep the arms up, exhale. Now flip the palms of the hands and roll the gaze up and out through the crown of the head, breath of fire. And please inhale deeply. Hold the breath, hold the posture. Tip of tongue up to the roof of the mouth as you gaze out through the crown of the head. And exhale, relaxing the arms down by the sides of the body. And taking a moment, adjusting your posture back into a cross-legged position. And taking the right hand into the left palm and touching the thumbs together and placing that in your lap. The gaze of the eyes come back to the space between the two eyebrows. Long, deep breaths, and with each inhale and exhale, imagine you're expanding your auric field. The energy around your physical body is growing and expanding, becoming more light-filled, more bright. Please take a deep breath in and exhale. Just slowly bring yourself back to this space as we prepare for Ganapati kriya meditation. So you're going to continue to sit in this posture. You're going to bring the thumb and index fingers together in Dhyan Mudra. Eyes will be closed and then 1/10 of the way open, gazing at the third eye. The sound current is sa, ha, na, ma, ra, ma, da, za, sa, se, so, hung. And then we'll inhale together. So you're going to be chanting and you're going to be using the hands like you would in Kirtan Kriya. So you'll touch thumb to index fingers, you chant sa, then middle ta, na, ring, ma, pinky, and then again, ra, ma, da, tha, sa, se, so, hum. The hands will be on your lap. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. Eyes are closed and then 1/10 of the way open at the third eye. And exhale. Inhaling. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hung. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hung. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hung. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, sa, se, so, hum. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath and begin to stretch the body. Move every fiber, every muscle that you can as you hold the breath and you stay seated. And exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath, move the body. Stretch the muscles in the face, everywhere that you can. And exhale. Again, inhale. And stretch and move the body. And exhale. Immediately, spine comes up tall and gaze down at the tip of the nose and do not move a single inch except for your breath. This is where the meditation begins to clear. The psyche begins to dump anything and everything it is ready to shed, to let go of. This practice helps to eliminate karmas from the past, present, and future that are built into the ancestral lineage. Take some nice, long, deep breaths here. Just giving gratitude for all of the upgrades, the lessons, the levels of awareness that you've been traversing. Giving gratitude for all of these planetary archetypes and the gifts they are bestowing upon you and your lineage. And bringing the palms of the hands together. Pressing them to the heart center. Taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Nam. May there be peace on earth. May there be peace on earth. May there be peace on earth. Sat Nam. Thank you all so much for joining today. And sorry you didn't get a full relaxation in. So if you feel like you need that, you can take some time right now and just come lie down on your back and, you know, maybe set a timer for like 11 minutes and find some stillness. And then if not, enjoy your day. Regardless, I hope you enjoy your day. And I look forward to circling back up with you next Wednesday, same time, same space, and whatever other future virtual times until we're able to be back together in the studio. So enjoy your day, and thank you all for being here.